Hello everyone and welcome back to MMA Lad. Let's kick it off with Alex Pereira shocks a fan days before UFC 313. Imagine sitting at home, minding your business, and suddenly Alex Pereira, one of the baddest men on the planet, knocks on your door. That's exactly what happened when the reigning UFC champ unexpectedly showed up at a fan's house just days before his massive title fight against Magomed Ankalaev at UFC 313. The fan completely caught off guard.
Holy shit.
If Pereira knocked on my door, I'd probably think I was about to get leg kicked into another dimension. But no, this was just an awesome gesture from the champ, proving that even with a career built on knocking people senseless, he's still got time to show love to his fans. ADESANYA predicts Pereira's KO win over Ankalaev. Now, while Pereira was out here making dreams come true, Israel ADESANYA was busy making predictions about how this fight is gonna go down. And let's just say he's got some strong opinions. Speaking on his Freestyle Bender YouTube channel, ADESANYA broke down the fight and didn't hold back.
But again, he just trusts him. Like, when you have that kind of frame and power, you just trust in your skill set so much that you're like, well, they know I'm gonna hook him, still gonna get it. Look, Pereira got rocked by Roundtree, but he was able to recover very well. I said that as well. In New York, I remember I said Pereira, his recovery, that's one thing that's really good. Not just cardiovascularly, but just energetically, spiritually. Like, he's able to just recover really well. But Ankalaev, speed, but he'll have to catch Alex when he made a mistake. So counters, if he catches him on a counter, it could be a dangerous night. But I just think this is gonna go leg kicks, leg kicks, leg kicks, left hook. Alex Pereira by, I'm gonna go KO. It's just, yeah.
Under 2.5 rounds or over 2.5 rounds?
I'll go over 2.5 rounds, like 4 or 5. He's gonna knock him out in the 4th or 5th.
According to Izzy, leg kicks are the key factor in this matchup, and he believes that Pereira will knock out Ankalaev in the later rounds. Izzy is confident that Pereira's power and timing will be too much, and he sees a late round KO victory for the Brazilian. But not everyone agrees with Izzy. And before we continue, make sure to leave a like to support the channel. Belal Muhammad wants his flag back. UFC welterweight champ Belal Muhammad is calling out Dana White after noticing something strange. His Palestinian flag was missing from his UFC profile. Belal reminded everyone that Dana White has always claimed to be about free speech and supporting fighters.
People keep asking me, where's your flag? I started getting multiple messages from it, and I was just assuming it was a mistake, but it's still not addressed. So I'll address it and hope that Dana addresses it as well, fixes it, because Dana said he's all about free speech. He's all about people supporting who they want to support and not muting or silencing anybody. So I'm hoping that the UFC fixes this issue and puts my flag next to my name, so the people that I represent, the people that I fight for, and the people that I train for will see their flag.
Now he's waiting to see if the UFC will fix the issue. Matt Brown says Pereira got favorable matchups. Former UFC fighter Matt Brown isn't buying into the Pereira hype completely. Speaking to Damon Martin of MMA Fighting, Brown suggested that the UFC has been giving Pereira favorable matchups to turn him into a massive star.
What he needs to do to continue to rise up is be put in the amount of time that he put on his striking for many years, becoming glory, 2-division champion and everything, into the grappling, because he has to recognize that this time is going to come. You know, like he has had favorable matchups, and that's just, again, I'm not saying that to take away from his insane run that he's had. I mean, it's been fascinating, it's been amazing. But I think we'd be fools to deny that, like, his matchups have been favorable, and he needs to be putting in that sort of energy and time into making those weaknesses strengths, or at least minimizing those weaknesses. And it's hard to believe that he's doing that while doing, you know, however many millions of other things, you know, in Australia, or, you know, whatever it is that he's doing. So that's, I guess, where I would fear it the most. And that's an interesting point you bring up too, you know. But it's yeah, you know, he's gonna get, you know, I'm not going to say he's going to get exposed at some point, but like, it's going to be tested at some point. And I don't doubt that Ankalaev is going to try to test it. Like, it's in his best interest to try to test it.
And now, with Magomed Ankalaev being one of the best grapplers in the division, UFC 313 might be the night we find out if Brown is right. Luke Rockhold accidentally kicks cameraman in the nuts. On the Jackson podcast, Luke Rockhold was feeling himself a little too much while showing off his striking skills. He attempted a perfect question mark kick, aiming to knock a can out of a host's hand.
Can you Does he still have it?
Take this out of my hand. I was right on it. There's no, I don't miss. I don't get this. You hold it, coach. Oh, coach wants to hold it. I don't get this. Hey, go. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. This is how you do it. I don't miss.
We're just glad the cameraman survived to film another day. Dan Hooker wants Arman Tsarukyan at International Fight Week. Meanwhile, the beef between Dan Hooker and Arman Tsarukyan just got even more heated. After pulling out of UFC 313's co-main event against Justin Gaethje due to a fractured hand, Hooker made it clear he's coming back for Tsarukyan at UFC 317.
For Arman, he come at me this week. But yeah, if you go back, he does an interview with Nina Drama where he's actually creeping on it. Like, it's weird. And a lot of people don't know that her husband is the cameraman as well, which makes it even more creepy. Like, you think just because your dad's rich and you're a UFC fighter, this woman is gonna cheat on her husband in front of you? Like, what kind of... This kid is unreal, bro. But another loss for him. Well, I'd like to fight him when I came back. International Fight Week, I'll kick Arman right in the monobrow. He waxes it and we all know that. Let it grow out, son.
Hooker wants to settle the score at International Fight Week, and if this fight gets booked, you better believe it's gonna be fireworks. Ilia Topuria versus Islam Makhachev. Now this is where things get interesting. Ilia Topuria sent the MMA world into a frenzy with a cryptic tweet. Fans immediately started speculating that he's moving up to lightweight to challenge Islam Makhachev for the 155-pound belt. If this actually happens, it would be one of the biggest shock fights of the year. What do you guys think? Who's Topuria fighting next? Volkanovski mocks Diego Lopes hair. Last but not least, Alex Volkanovski just roasted Diego Lopes for his emo cowboy hairstyle. Volk straight up started singing Secondhand Serenade, making fun of Lopes' mullet in the back, emo in the front look.
You be the night that I will fall for you over again.
Does Diego Lopes have the worst hair on earth?
I don't get it. He's got a full mullet on the back and at the front it's like, not your fault but mine, you know? And then just proper cowboy at the back. Like, I'm all for the cowboy part. Hey, there's nothing wrong with the emo thing as well. Because tonight will be the night that I will fall for you over again. Don't make me change my mind.
I think Volk is much better at singing than I thought. Do you think so too? What are your predictions for UFC 313? Will Pereira actually knock out Ankalaev, or will Ankalaev shock us with a devastating win? And do you want to see Dan Hooker versus Arman Tsarukyan at International Fight Week? Let us know what you think by leaving a comment down in the comment section. Thanks for watching, guys. Now be sure to smash that like button and subscribe. And if you missed yesterday's updates, click the video on screen right now to catch up.